The German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer argued that other people's opinions are unimportant to our happiness. He also noticed that people deeply care about how others estimate them. So it's no surprise that being called a loser can be very impactful, as it's the ultimate devaluation in the eyes of others. However, the experience of being seen as a loser comes down to opinions and how we think about those opinions. Being a loser in itself doesn't have to be bad at all. We can be mentally and physically healthy and still be considered a loser. We can have all our necessities met, yet people see us as losers. Also, whether or not people view us as losers varies per social segment. For example, in some communities, being homeless may be the threshold of falling into the loser category. In other communities, being unable to fly first class may grant you the loser label. Again, in other groups, someone who never married is considered a loser. Thus, the whole notion of being a loser is highly subjective and doesn't say much about our well-being. Schopenhauer says we shouldn't take other people's opinions too seriously. A previous video about rejection contains a passage from Schopenhauer's work that also fits here. I quote, "What goes on in other people's consciousness is, as such, a matter of indifference to us. And in time we get really indifferent to it when we come to see how superficial and futile are most people's thoughts, how narrow their ideas, how mean their sentiments, how perverse their opinions, and how much of error there is in most of them. When we learn by experience with what depreciation a man will speak of his fellow when he is not obliged to fear him, or thinks that what he says will not come to his ears." End quote.